What if every ache in your body was more than just biology? What if pain wasn't an enemy to fight, but a message waiting to be understood? Across ancient traditions, the body was never seen as separate from the soul. They believed that every emotion, every trauma, every unhealed memory leaves an imprint, not just in the mind, but in the flesh. That knot in your stomach, that weight on your chest, that stiffness in your back. These are not random. They are whispers of forgotten stories, echoes of the past trying to speak to you. Pain is not punishment, it is language. And when you learn to read it, your body becomes the greatest teacher you will ever have. Modern science is finally catching up to what mystics always knew, that the body remembers. Psychologists call it somatic memory. Doctors see it in patients who carry chronic pain with no clear physical cause. Trauma researchers show how childhood experiences leave marks in posture, muscle tension, even in the way we breathe. Think about it. When you're stressed, your shoulders tighten. When you're anxious, your stomach churns. When you're heartbroken, you literally feel it in your chest. These are not coincidences. They are proof that the body is not just a machine. It is a living archive of everything you've been through. So when pain appears, instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" maybe the real question is, what is my body trying to tell me? Every pain is a messenger. A tight throat may carry the memory of words you were never allowed to speak. A heavy chest might echo the grief you were told to bury. An aching lower back may reflect the weight of responsibilities you were forced to carry too young. These patterns don't vanish with time, they hide. And when ignored, they turn into chronic pain, illness, or unexplained fatigue. But if you dare to listen, you'll realize that the body is not betraying you. It is protecting you. It holds what the mind cannot bear, keeping the truth safe until you are ready to face it. Your pain is not random. It is memory, coded into the flesh, waiting to be unlocked. So how do you begin to read the language of pain? The first step is awareness. Instead of resisting discomfort, pause and feel it. Ask, where in my body is this sensation? What emotion does it remind me of? When did I first feel something like this? Often, the body answers with images, memories, or emotions rising to the surface. That ache in your stomach might bring back a moment of fear from childhood. That pressure in your chest may reveal a grief you never allowed yourself to express. The key is not to fight the pain, but to listen to it. Because every sensation carries a message, a clue to what your soul is still holding on to. And the more you listen, the more you realize pain is not a barrier, it is a doorway. When you finally begin to listen, something shifts. The tension that felt like a wall begins to soften. The ache that haunted you starts to release. Not because the pain disappears, but because its message has been received. Healing is not about silencing the body. It is about allowing the body to speak and honoring what it says. Many describe this process as if a weight lifts, tears flow, breath deepens, and suddenly Energy that was trapped for years begins to move freely again. What once felt like suffering transforms into clarity. You realize the pain was never there to hurt you. It was there to guide you back to the parts of yourself you abandoned. Your body is not your prison. It is your map. But here's the truth. Most people never read the message. They numb it with pills. They distract themselves with work, noise, endless activity. They silence the body the same way they silence the soul. Why? Because listening means facing what's been buried. It means feeling the grief, the anger, the fear that was locked away years ago. And that can be terrifying. So instead of healing, the cycle repeats. The pain grows louder. The body screams in illness, fatigue, breakdown, all because the message is still waiting to be heard. This is why the mystics taught, pain is sacred. It is the soul knocking on the door of the body, asking to be remembered. And until you open that door, it will keep knocking. When you finally gather the courage to listen, the pain transforms. The grief in your chest becomes compassion for yourself and others. The fear in your stomach turns into intuition, a gut feeling that guides you forward. The weight on your shoulders becomes strength, a reminder that you've carried more than most and survived. Pain, once seen as a curse, reveals itself as a teacher. It doesn't just remind you of what was broken, it shows you how to rebuild. It doesn't only carry wounds, it carries wisdom. This is the alchemy of the soul, turning suffering into awareness, and awareness into freedom. Your body was never against you. It has always been your ally, the keeper of your forgotten story, the messenger of your deepest truth. When you begin to honor the messages of your body, everything changes. Relationships shift, because you no longer project unhealed wounds onto others. Choices become clearer, because your intuition is no longer buried under pain. Even the way you move through the world transforms, lighter, freer, more aligned with who you truly are. Your body becomes less of a burden and more of a guide. Instead of asking doctors and authorities for every answer, you start to trust the wisdom within. And the more you listen, the more you realize. The body is not a cage for the soul. It is a bridge between past and present, between the visible and the invisible, between who you thought you were and who you are becoming. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It is a living library. Every scar is a sentence. Every ache is a paragraph. Every tension is a chapter from your soul's forgotten story. Most people never read this book. They close it with denial, medicate it with distraction, or abandon it altogether. But for those who choose to read, the pages reveal astonishing truths. You discover that the pain you hated was actually your soul's handwriting, that the discomfort you ran from was really a guidepost, and that the body itself was designed to keep the record of everything you came here to learn. The forgotten past is not lost. It is written into you. And the moment you begin to read, the story of your awakening begins to unfold. The truth is, your body has never betrayed you. Every ache, every tension, every pain was a message, a reminder of what you needed to face, to release, to heal. You don't need to search the skies for answers. The wisdom of the universe is already encoded in you, written into your flesh, pulsing through your breath. Pain was never the enemy. It was the doorway. And the moment you choose to step through, you discover the treasure that was hidden all along. Your own power, your own freedom, your own awakening. The body remembers, so that the soul can finally awaken.